How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? We're going to go ahead and get started here in just one moment. Go ahead and get this set up. I am setting the daily gift goal as the little pink heart puffs. If we can knock those out a couple of times, it'll help push us out to the FYP and get more people in here. Guys, tap the screen, share the live. Send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will help boost the live as well. Let's do all the wonderful things. This is a random live. So let's see, not only if we get push on the backup, but let's see if we can get some debates going. I need everyone locked in for me. If you don't mind, do all the wonderful things. Do all the wonderful things. Let's get some people in here. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. All right, with that being said, let's crank it up.
You stepped in the box, now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here, you better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats to get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit. Yeah, step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call.
Hey.
You slip once, I'm snatching it all.
Yes, I do have a song. You didn't know that?
If you dare, hit hard
Like a punch in the air. Ain't no
rules, no plan, no script. Yeah.
one wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you
Get revealed.
Step in.
Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Step in if you dare. You hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move,
Get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna?
Sparring with Santana. Hello.
This ain't a safe place. This a flame space. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald, Timothy Trump, get in the box. Oh, you said wax on. Oh, boo-hoo. You're a hater. Anywho, Trump supporters, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates, and even more than that, I'm actually looking for common ground. I'm hoping we can find common ground. I think we can find common ground. Haley, I do. I absolutely do. It's Santana Speaks for You. TikTok user, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. TikTok user, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I did. I voted for him in this election, and I also voted for him in 2016.
Okay. Wait, so what about 2020?
I didn't vote in 2020.
That's interesting. I want to know more about that, but give me a second, really quick, because you just piqued my interest. TikTok user, do you know who I am?
What was the question?
Do you know who I am?
I don't know who you are, like, personally. No, I've never met you.
Okay, cool. No worries. Would you mind if I give you a quick introduction to not only who I am, but what this is?
Sure, that's fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates, guys. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We're not talking to friendlies. We're only looking for some debates. If you're a friendly, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to this little 1-cent gift goal. Right now, they're the chili peppers. If we can knock that out a couple of times, it'll help push us out to the FYP. Welcome in, Dean Raid. Welcome in, Dean Raid. All right, TikTok user. I want to know why you didn't vote for Trump in 2020. But first, I want to see, can you and I, can we find common ground?
Yeah, I think we probably could.
Okay, cool. I think that we both can agree that it's time to use the 25th Amendment.
I'm assuming the 25th Amendment is the one to remove the president. Is that right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we wouldn't find common ground there, but maybe elsewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, I mean, the reason why I say that, though, it's actually really simple. And maybe if I explain it, then you'll get it. But like, first and foremost, the government shut down, right? And that's not even me speaking. That's Trump. Trump literally said that if the government shuts down, poor leadership on the president. But we can talk about his failing mental and physical health. We can talk about the out of control ICE raids. We can talk about the job numbers that are in the toilet. We can even talk about the constitutional crisis that we're facing. Or, you know what? If you want a lifeline, if you want an olive branch, you can just say, help me, Obama. And you know what? I think you and I can find common ground there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we could probably start with the government shutdown. This is something that I actually looked into a little bit because I was curious. I mean, I typically find myself on the right side of the aisle with issues between politics. And so kind of just like everything else in politics, you have the Democrats saying that it's Trump's fault, and then you have Trump and the Republicans saying that it's the Democrats' fault. And so I actually kind of dove into exactly why the government is shut down. And I am curious on what the Democrats' opinions are of why the government shut down.
Yeah, so I'm of the opinion that first and foremost, the party that's in power has the burden of responsibility, right?
Sure.
If you have control, and not just control partially, I mean, the Republican Party has control of the House, the Senate, the presidency, and the Supreme Court, which they're willing that power in every single avenue. And you've been able to pass pieces of legislation that you deem to be important, including the One Big Beautiful Bill and also the Lake and Raleigh Act. It's the responsibility of the governing party to ensure the government stays open. Now, it seems like they did not want the government to stay open, but the actual premise, the holdup, right? Because the Republican Party wants a clean extension, a resolution to just keep the House open, with letting the actual subsidies expire as far as the Affordable Care Act, and also allowing the effects of the Big Beautiful Bill to go in place as far as the cuts to Medicaid. And the Democratic Party saying those are the two sticking points as far as signing off to reopening the government.
Yes. So I agree with you there. And so just to kind of give you my perspective, because I want to make sure that we're like talking about the same thing. I really don't think that it's important I don't think it matters actually which party in name people are blaming, but I do think that like the subsidies, like for instance, most people are really not aware of what they are legitimately debating about the subsidies for people. So like from what I understand, and this is obviously from news articles, it's from people who I guess are like more legal oriented, and then also like AI. So as I understand it, the federal government is shut down because they're disagreeing about those subsidies, and not the Medicaid. I understand that Medicaid is a part of it. Those are the subsidies for ACA, which is basically I believe what's left of Obamacare. So, but with the healthcare part,
no, the Medicaid is separate than the subsidies for the ACA.
Sure. So what they're debating, or what the issue is that the current way that things are is if an illegal immigrant or an undocumented person is to go into an emergency room and they need, or they're pregnant, they need care pretty much immediately. What ends up happening is the state and the federal government, they divvy up who pays for that? So the state in current times will pay the majority, and then the federal government will pay a little bit of it as well. Is that incorrect?
It's incorrect. But go ahead.
No, so you tell me, because if that's incorrect, then all of the AI, all of the people that I've listened to, they're all misrepresenting the argument.
Yeah. So the premise isn't behind, because there's a
well, hang on. That's not the point of why they're arguing, but I'm just asking you, is that true?
With the actual split of the emergency care?
Yeah, I'm not certain on the actual percentage split, but it is factually true that if an undocumented illegal immigrant comes into an emergency room and has birth and they administer care, then the state, the bill, obviously, that the hospital, they have to administer care because they're federally required to, because they get federal funding. There is still a bill at the end of the day. I mean, these people still have to go to work. They're still billing for their work. So who do they bill? Well, they bill, part of it goes to the state.
The state.
And then the other part goes to the federal government. No,
see, that's the actual the error, and I'll look it up to be sure.
So you don't think that
it has to be like very small?
Yeah. So I just want to ask.
There may be like a very small amount. I'm not going to say no completely, but to my knowledge, I'll say the majority. But I'll look it up right now while you're speaking. Go ahead and you can finish. But I know the. I mean, I just want to be on the same point with you. You either believe that no federal funds go toward this, or you believe that some do. So which one do you believe? I don't have to believe either. I'm going to look it up, but you can keep going.
Okay, so you're not sure then, so you don't know, and that's fine.
Well, again, I don't want to say definitively no, and then there is a
so
small
if you definitively can't say, then you don't really know for sure. Is that fair?
That's why I said I'm going to look it up. So we'll.
Great. Okay, so you're going to look it up.
It's okay. So, hold on. Hold, please.
Uh-oh. I hope he doesn't bring in 5 other people to talk. I actually kind of like the one-on-one. I think it's easier.
All right, so I have it up here. As far as the So the actual cost is covered under the emergency Medicaid and the hospitals themselves. So this is a combination of the state and federal. But the majority of the actual cost, the cost to share between state and federal, it's a limited scope. And let's see here. What's the percentage split?
It's hard to find the percentage split. I've tried to find it. I think
so the majority of the actual burden lies between the state, the hospital, and then the actual federal amount. Let's see, where is it?
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be really hard to find a percentage.
It says about 1.2%.
But there is a split.
There is about 1.2%, and then there's an actual. Let's see, it's calculated for a complete total budget that goes across the country for $27 billion, and that's the actual emergency medical spending.
Great.
For the period.
Okay, so there's like a $27 billion
federal
fund,
pays 1.2%.
That's kind of what this comes out of.
Right. So federal pays 1.2%. The rest is paid by the state and paid by the hospital.
Great. And so, and just to be clear, so that 1.2%, that comes out of a fund that is currently allocated. You said, I think, $27 billion.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now we've established that we agree on this. So the state does pay most of it, and then the federal government, they also pay some. Even if it's limited, they do pay some of it. And there's a fund, a $27 billion fund that the taxpayers pay into, that is used to give healthcare, emergency healthcare, even if it's emergency healthcare, to illegal undocumented immigrants.
State level. Yeah. So the federal taxes overall don't directly impact this.
Okay, but we agree that there is some federal money that goes to this. Do we agree there? You just write it.
And actually, so I said 1.2%, but I'm actually seeing PolitiFact through some information here. They're saying 1%, but so 1 to 1.2. So again,
That's fine.
I'll still say 1.2.
Doesn't detract from my point at all, and I appreciate you finding a percentage number. So, so now we know that no matter what we hear in the media and no matter what the press conference people say, we do know that there is federal funding, and it does in fact go toward healthcare toward illegal immigrants. So anybody who has said that it doesn't go toward illegal immigrants, they've been
when
on.
You start talking about healthcare, it gets to be a misconception because it's not for healthcare; it's for emergency care. Which is emergency really different. So you can't just go and say, oh, you know, I need a checkup or I need this or that. Like you have to actually be in an emergency issue where you have to be seen. So that there's parameters around being able to access that at all.
That's totally fine. I'm not saying, and this is like kind of this is the difficult part of the argument from my end, because even though what I'm saying is true, it's like so typical that people will go, well, but this, and it's like, okay, so, but here's the point, the principled point. This is how the normal common person is going to interpret this.
Sure.
Like, for instance, I'm an independent voter. I have voted both ways. I'm open to both sides. I just do my own research. I talk to people. That's like part of the reason that I come on here, because I want to see what is legitimately true. So to the common person, if you go in front of people and you say, these people are completely lying, there is no federal money that goes toward this in the first place. Just because you're clarifying between healthcare and emergency healthcare, when the people on the other side find out that emergency healthcare doesn't count as healthcare and that federal funding does go toward it, it makes you look disingenuous, and it makes it look like you're lying in order to score political points. And so on that point, I think that the Democrats have kind of failed there. But we should actually talk about, so this is the better part.
And I don't want to move off that until, you know, I say something. So
okay, so you think it's right that I have go on TV and say that there's no federal funding going toward healthcare for undocumented immigrants? You think that that's completely acceptable, even though you just read that that's not the truth?
So what I was about to say is, I think that this is an issue with politicians playing politics, right? And this is something that I have a problem with on both sides of the aisle. I don't think that human life should be a game of politics, and you should not be using human life to either gain or detract points. And when you actually talk about giving access to healthcare to undocumented immigrants, it becomes a game of semantics, right? The left says, well, we're not paying for healthcare for undocumented immigrants. The right says that they are paying for healthcare for undocumented immigrants. No one's being specific, and then most people, like you and I just did, aren't going to sit down and actually, you know, dig through to find out who's really telling the truth. When the fact of the matter is, they're both lying, or at the very least, they're both. It's a lie of omission because they're not telling the full truth. So that's the point.
I'm not saying that Republicans are perfect on this either.
Right, but the Republicans are. It's a lie of omission on the Republican side as well. It's a lie of omission on both sides.
Well, I just want to be clear.
The Democrats aren't. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Hold on. So the Democrats aren't saying that there's 1.2% of emergency aid that allows undocumented immigrants to seek access for emergency aids. The Republicans aren't saying that that undocumented immigrants don't get access to just normal health care, and it has to be an emergency situation, and the large amount of the actual health care is covered by the state and the hospital. Like, there's no nuances when you talk about this. And again, it goes back to politicians playing politics. And I have a problem with both sides with that.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have an issue with calling out issues on both sides. So I don't have an issue there. And like I said before, I'm an independent guy. When I'm looking into the government shutdown, what I'm trying to figure out is one, who's telling the truth, and then two, what do I actually think? Like, what are my beliefs, regardless of if someone's lying to me? Once I know the truth, what do I think?
Sticking to that truth part, then can we agree that both of them have a lie of omission?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you could apply that to both. I think that one of the interesting things about the debate with it currently is that, I mean, as I understand it in public, the Republicans, their argument for the government shutdown is the Democrats, they want to keep in subsidies that include healthcare, even though it's emergency healthcare for illegal immigrants.
Yeah, that's not the sticking point. The sticking point.
So that's not what Republicans are saying about the bill.
Yeah, no,
I mean, literally the only headline that's about the bill on the Republican side.
That's the only one that you want to address. The main event is Obamacare. It's the ACA. It's the actual subsidies that are connected with the ACA, which gives tax credits to those people who actually qualify for the ACA. and the amount of money that's going to skyrocket as far as having what they have to pay out. And it's literally going to also close those loopholes that were available, where about, I think it's about 4 to 7 million people who technically wouldn't meet the income threshold to be able to access the Affordable Care Act. The subsidies allows them to meet that threshold so they can have access to the Affordable Care Act as well. So the big point is a lot of Americans, not undocumented immigrants, see, they're using the boogeyman to scare you, but a lot of Americans are either going to be kicked off of the Affordable Care Act because they quote unquote make too much to qualify for it, or they're the ones that are on it, they're going to have a massive increase in how much they pay. Hey, quick question for you, TikTok user. Which state, you don't have to tell me what city, right? I don't want to go to
I'm in the state of Kentucky.
Which state do you live in? You're in Kentucky. Okay, cool. So in the state of Kentucky, if the Affordable Care Act subsidies are sunset, then anyone that's on the ACA in your state is going to pay an extra $684 a year for their health care.
Yeah, I'm totally
That's
okay
what
with
this
that.
is about. Yeah, you are because
And I wanted to say,
on,
like, because
you're standing, but see, hold on, you're standing on the side of, oh, I'm a Republican, and whether you say you're independent or not, you're clearly, debating and you're standing firm in the side of the Republican, but like you're standing on the side of saying, well, I'm good with this because of my party, but like the people who,
well, that's not what I'm saying. I haven't been able to respond yet.
Well, quick, sure. How much is the amount that can cause any type of everyday American to go into a financial burden? There's a number that most Americans can't withstand.
I'm sure it's not that much money. I mean, most people are living paycheck to paycheck.
$500, exactly.
So do I get to respond though? I mean, I have some thoughts on these
600
things that you're saying that I'd really like to get.
Sure, I'll let you respond right after this. $684 in Kentucky, and most people can't withstand an additional $500 unexpected charge. And you're telling me that people in Kentucky who are on the ACA, it's all good that they're going to be paying extra $684.
Yes, but I'll get to that. I wanted to,
okay, sure, go ahead.
I wanted to, because you kind of switched from the healthcare thing, and now we're kind of going into the Obamacare thing and that. So I wanted to also just point out before we got off the topic, one of the things that the Democrats have in their bill that they want the Republicans to sign on to about the illegal healthcare or the healthcare for illegals is they want to move the federal, undocumented immigrants. They want to move the percentage that the federal government pays from 1% or whatever it is. They want to move that higher. So they actually want to take, that is the exact.
Where did you find that information?
I mean, pull it up on any AI. It'll tell you that's what.
No, I don't want it on AI. I want you to give me a specific source that I can actually view where the Democratic Party is looking to actually increase this, because all the other information that I've been able to source says they just want an extension of everything that's in place. They're not trying to change anything. They just want the Republicans to agree to keep the things that are in place in place. While he is getting his Google on, W's in the chat for Margarita, who sent a $20 donation saying, love to know your point of view on Article 2 and Section 2 of the Constitution. It's plausible. If plausible, I'm assuming you meant. Yeah, you know what? I will, Article 2.
Yeah, I'm back. My computer's not even.
I'll come back to that. Margarita, I'll come back to that. I'll make sure that I answer that question for you. Let me favorite this. I'll make sure I'll come back and answer that. Haley, thank you so much for the 20. Good luck tonight on tonight's live. Thank you so much for that. Allison, thank you for the 2. Healthcare is a human right, period. Does he want these people to suffer and unalive? Listen, you know that's where I was going to go. I just hadn't got a chance to go there yet, but you know how I do. Guys, W's in the chat for the donors. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're over on the YouTube and you would like to support the live, you can do so with a super chat, and I will read your message out. All right, floor is yours. You found your source.
My fucking computer is actually not working right now, and I don't want to do it on my phone just because it takes so long. But so I can see that point. I'm not saying that it's not true or true, but that's what I read. So.
Oh my God! Stop fucking lying.
Okay, cool story.
Okay, and then to go to like the healthcare, the Obamacare.
So would you like to concede
with
then that if you can't find an actual viable source, then you tap out on that point?
Sure. I mean, I'll find a source and send it to you after the live. I just can't do it on my phone.
Sure
and my
you will,
computer's not
bud.
working. I will. Why would I lie?
You can teacup right now because Trump supporters always lie. You guys lie about everything, like all the time. It's weird. It's weird how you guys.
Yeah, well,
lie.
it's kind of like how the Democrats say there's no federal funding going toward illegal healthcare at all.
I hear you. Like,
Kind of
what
like
did
that.
I say?
Yeah.
What did I say? Did I actually look up the information and give you the actual information?
You did. That's great.
All right. So all I know is that every
You're debating
time I
people
talk
and
to
you're
a Trump
looking it up
supporter,
as you're doing it.
every time I talk to a Trump supporter and they come up here and they bet me money or they tell me they're going to send me something or they say they're going to do this, they're going to get a resource. It's always this. Why do you think I have the sound effect? Like literally the sound effect is not for me. It's for all of you.
The first thing that I told you, right? The first thing that I told you about the federal government and the state government splitting the cost, having a split, you didn't really seem to believe me. And then you looked it up and it was true.
I
So I'm not
didn't
lying.
because again,
I don't know why you would
the
like
whole thing,
attribute
the
me
whole
as a
point
liar.
is you tried to, again, it was a live omission on your part as well, because you tried to actually frame it as if there's some big split where there wasn't. It's 1.2%, but even more than that. Yeah, it's 27 billion that's allocated overall for everywhere, for the entire country, and it comes out to 1.2%. Yeah, sure. Hey, how much did Donald Trump just commit to send to Argentina?
I don't know, 20 billion? I don't know.
40 billion.
Okay,
40.
great. Yeah. I'd rather get to the part where I tell you why I think those
no. Just like I need you
more.
to sit in this for a second, because you're trying to sit here and talk about $20 billion, even if it is for undocumented immigrants who are in this country, who are literally propping up this country. You're having an issue with that 27 billion that's allocated, but for some reason you just kind of scoff at the fact that $40 billion is being sent to Argentina, and it's helping destroy the farming industry here in the United States.
Yeah, so like, my issue isn't with the actual number. My issue is not with the number. That's not the issue.
Are you pissed off about sending 40 billion to Argentina and hurting the farming industry here in the US?
No, I'm pissed off because they lied in public.
Okay, so you know what? No. Trump supporter, you guys have such
You're going to totally
morality.
remove me because I make good arguments. I can see
I'm not removing you. I'm saying stop being fake moral. Like, just say it with your chest. You don't really believe that. You don't have morals. Like, stop coming up here and act like you're on some type of moral high ground. You just want to use this as a talking point to act like you have morals. You don't have morals. You voted for a convicted felon.
Now you're just insulting me, man. I mean, this is just an insult stream.
A racist,
is that how you're the king of debates?
A fascist.
Insult people?
No, I'm just saying, like, stop being fake. Just say it with your chest.
I'm not being fake. I'm literally saying exactly what I believe.
I don't care if you want to just say that
right
you don't like the brown people. You can say you don't like the brown people, but don't be fake. Like, I don't like disingenuous people.
Yeah, dude, my mom is brown, so that's
I don't care if your mom is brown. That doesn't mean that you don't like brown people. Don't be disingenuous.
You think I hate my own mom because of her race? Really?
Possibly.
Okay, so you admit black people can be racist then?
No, what I'm admitting is that
there it is.
What I'm admitting is that just because you have a quote unquote brown mom, does not exempt you from hating brown people.
Well, that would mean that I'm half black, and so that would mean that because I'm black,
I don't care what. Listen, I don't care about your actual talking point.
You either believe it or you don't. Oh, I got a rose.
I don't care about your. I don't care about your talking points. I just want you to stop being.
I'm going to tell you right now, Santana. I think I'm the king of this debate.
I don't give a shit what you think.
I think
don't
I'm
care
the
what
king.
You think. Listen. You know how you're not the king, because I can do that. I'm the king. Yeah, shushies. The point that I'm making is you are getting on a false high ground. Listen, I don't care. I don't care about your actual talking points. Just stop being fake. It's not because if you were upset about that 27 billion, then you would be upset about the 40 billion. If you're not upset about the 40 billion, then there's no way in hell you're actually upset about the 27 billion.
They didn't lie about the 40 billion. They told you they did it.
Stop with your fake morality. You don't care about liars. Donald Trump has lied over, he in his first administration lied over 33,000 times. You don't care about liars. Again, stop it.
Okay. All right.
Stop being fake. I mean, we're good. We can keep going, but stop being fake. No, I'm just saying, stop being disingenuous.
Okay, but the conversation can't be just you telling me that I'm fake and that I hate everybody. That's not really a conversation.
You're being disingenuous. Or at the very least, can you admit that you hold a double standard?
A double stand? No, because I told you the honest truth. My issue isn't with the amount of money. My issue is with the fact that Like the money for Argentina.
So your issue is with the fact that the Democratic Party lied, even though I pointed out the actual liable mission on both sides, and I said I hold both of them. I hold both of them accountable for the liable mission, but for some reason you can only point to the Democratic Party and not point to the Republican Party because again, you're being fake, you're being disingenuous, and you have a double standard. That's the point.
I mean, again, we're just back to you calling me fake. That's all you're doing.
You are.
You're just calling me fake over and over.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead. I just I don't care about you saying that you care about lies because you don't care about lies and you also don't care about 27 billion. But go ahead with your talking point.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So we should actually get to something more exciting, which is where I tell you why the people who are on ACA would have to pay $600 more. Why I'm okay with that.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Here's why I'm okay with it. I have been paying into private healthcare for 10 years. I've been working since I was 17. I have literally, in my entire adult life, I have never not paid in, and I have quite literally never, ever met my high deductible to actually get care out. So I want to paint you a picture. I am paying hundreds of dollars every single month. It goes into a healthcare system, and I don't actually get any benefit until I use $4,000. I pay $4,000 out of my own pocket. So I just want to paint you a picture. I make less than $70,000 a year. Okay. I am not extravagantly rich at all. I grew up low and middle income my entire life. I am paying into the system. I do not get any benefit of it. People who do not have jobs or people who are poor, they get literally free healthcare. I mean, it is literally free. I have family members who have gotten cancer treatment. They've gotten $500,000 in care for free. And I am paying into it and I can't go to the doctor. So until the regular average person who works a full-time job and even doesn't make that much money, until I can get healthcare, I don't think that people who do not work should be getting priority healthcare over me. I think that's unfair.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not Christian.
Okay. So you don't, are you religious at all?
No, this has nothing to do with my religious belief.
No, I'm just
it's just the fact that I think that if you work, I think that you should get priority because you're paying in.
I'm trying to understand you as a person
because
listen, this is an individual thing. Like we've already,
I don't benefit.
You brought us here. Hold on. You brought us here because you talked about I. So now we're going to continue to talk about you.
The country is full of I's.
No. They're not. You know what it is? It's those I's are a lot louder than the people that care about other people, but that's fine because now we're here. And
so I'm the guy paying in that makes ACA happen. And then I have to listen to the people who benefit from ACA tell me that.
Hey, I know your attention span is like not there. Listen, I'm talking. So with that being said, you've already established I.
You're just going to attack my character.
Do you have? No, I need to understand your character in order to understand your position.
Attack my character right now.
Again, I need to understand your actual character to understand your position.
$1,000.
So you're saying that you're not a Christian. So you're saying you're not a Christian.
Not a Christian.
Okay, so what is your moral compass based off of?
What do you mean? What is my moral compass based off of?
Like, how do you determine what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's evil? Like your premise behind morality.
I use critical thinking. I come to my own conclusions.
Okay, so depending on the actual situation, your morality is subjective.
That's correct. Morality is subjective. Okay. That's correct.
Okay. And so just to, I guess, to get another baseline as far as who you are, what is you've already spoke on like poor people, right? And the inability for
the category that I belong to myself. I just am not poor enough to qualify for free care.
Technically you're not. I mean, because you make
I'm $500 away from being homeless.
Sure, but you make more than the actual poverty level. You make more than the poverty level within the United States.
And I paid all in the bills.
Sure.
I paid all in federal income tax, in ACA, all of these things.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is TikTok user 513.
No. Like an actual name that I can call you.
You can call me Gian.
Gian?
John.
Okay. John, I'm going to stop talking over you and you're going to stop talking over me and we'll take turns. Fair?
That's totally fair.
Okay, perfect. So John, you've already established that you don't care about poor people in the sense that you said they get access to things that you don't get access to and you don't think it's fair. What is your premise as far as like any type of social responsibilities that you have outside of your own household?
Yeah, well, I want to clarify. It's not that I don't care about poor people. It's that I just don't think that poor people are more deserving of anything than I am. I think that we're all human beings and we're entitled to things when we contribute and, or we are entitled to things at the benevolence of other people. But I'm not entitled to things just because I'm entitled to them. So I want to be clear. It's not that I don't care about poor people. I just look at things like healthcare and doctors and things like that. It's a literal goods and service. So
Sure. So
there's kind of like an actual system that goes behind people who get the care, how much you pay for it, all of that, the economics of it. It's not just a right.
That's fine. I get you. Sure. So what is your actual, your moral obligation? Fine. I get you outside of your own household.
My moral obligation is just to be the best person that I think I can be, or to act as good and as nobly as I possibly can. And when I don't act that way, I should feel ashamed of myself and I should correct myself.
Okay. So the only moral obligation you have is to just try to be a good person in general, but a good person for you does not extend to helping others?
Morality is very subjective. For instance,
and that's
there
why,
are
that's
things
why I
that you
asked you
could
the
think
question.
that are objectively good that when you do them, they may actually be bad. So I try and just act.
That's
and
not
be
what
as good
I'm
as I can.
saying. I'm trying to understand you again. So the question is, does it extend to you actually having to help others, or is it just you saying that I'm being a good person? I'm not jaywalking. I'm not littering. I'm not, fist fighting. Like, help me understand that.
Yeah, like I'm actually, in all seriousness, I'm actually a pretty charitable person, but I just don't believe in the idea of
How
charity to the degree that it literally impacts my life or makes my life worse and my ability to care for the people
How
that
are
I
you
love.
a charitable person?
How am I a charitable person? Because I give money to other people. I take care of people when they need it. I'm there for other people.
People outside of your like friends and family.
I mean, not like random people. It's not like I'm going on the street and helping the homeless or anything. But when people around me go through difficult times,
and that's why I said outside of your home, right? That's why I said outside of your home, your proximity. And when I say your home, I didn't necessarily mean like the people have to be living in your house, but your direct family and friends. Like that's different than the person.
Yeah, like when my mom
down the
needs money,
street
I
you
send my
don't
mom
know.
money.
Yeah, and which I mean you should, like that's your family. Okay, all right. I think I have an understanding of as far as who you are and why you feel that way. As far as and I'm gonna say it again, you don't like poor people because you say that you make 70,000 a year, but we understand the I think the medium
I said
household
less than
income in the
$70,000
U.S.
a year.
Yeah, but I think like
So I don't make
the
$70,000
actual
a year.
sure, that's fine. But I think the
I make
average is like
considerably less than
33 or
that.
34. That's fine. Do you make less than like 33?
Right around there.
Okay, all right. So you're about average, but you're still not at poverty levels. That's the point that I'm trying to make. All right. So even if you try to drop down, because there's a huge jump between 70 and 33, and for you to sit there and say I'm right first, you were saying 70, and then you're saying I'm right below 70, and now you're saying you're near 33. That's a huge jump.
I would contend that the amount of money,
the level of poverty, you're not at the level of poverty yet, so you're not someone that would actually be considered to be poor.
The amount of money that you make, though, should not dictate your opinion on giving other people money. Like, for instance, even if I made 10 times the amount of money that I make right now, I would still have the exact same position because I think it's more based on fairness.
Because you have
it's not based on hate or love. It's just based on what I think is fair.
No, because you have no moral compass. Your moral compass is strictly based to yourself and your proximity.
So let me ask you this:
you don't feel like you actually have to benefit society. You feel like you have to just. You feel like you have to actually just sustain yourself within society and everything is okay. But the fact of the matter is we live in a society. No matter how much you want to say like, oh, I don't want this to help other people. You do understand like with people getting kicked off of the Affordable Care Act, that's going to cost you more money, right?
Okay, so I just want to ask you.
Did you know that?
Sure, yeah.
So you're fine with paying more now?
Sure, that's totally fine.
Okay, so you're good with paying more just so other people don't get something.
No, that's actually. I mean, I just want you to like actually hear what you're saying out loud. You're
no. I want you to hear what you're the one that said yes.
Yeah. So let me just
say yes.
Let me be clear. Hang on. So you're suggesting that by removing people,
yes,
who get care out of the healthcare system, what you're suggesting is that when you remove those people who are low income, who are not paying in but are receiving care on ACA, you're suggesting that that's somehow going to make healthcare premiums higher.
Yes.
And why is that?
There's literally multiple studies.
Of how
There's literally multiple studies out there that actually show. There's literally multiple studies out there that show.
Okay, perfect. There's studies.
Hey, John, stop it.
Yeah. Well, there's a peer reviewed.
John, stop it.
There's a peer reviewed. Hang on.
John, no, you hang on. Stop it. Be an adult. Stop talking. I was in the middle of speaking. I asked you a question. You didn't want to answer it. And then you asked me a question. And so I'm trying to answer it. So let me answer. Yes. With removing people from the ACA, it is going to put a burden on private healthcare and everyday Americans, because what's going to happen is those people who are getting access to the ACA, they're still going to have access to emergency care, which the emergency care burden is going to be shifted to other taxpayers. Also, the actual industries the actual insurance companies and industries, they're actually shifting their policies to make sure that they account for this additional cost. So they're raising premiums. So you can take a look at like Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, all of these major companies are preparing to increase all of their premiums. So for those private individual payers, you're going to have to pay more to offset the additional cost of people that are losing access to their medical health. I'm sorry, their medical insurance.
And prior to this happening, in the last 5 years, what percentage, by percentage, how much higher have healthcare costs gotten in just the last 5 years alone? With the ACA, with Obamacare, with all these things.
We can talk about that in just a second, but I would like for you to address what I just said before you move off of it.
You're saying that you've read studies that suggest that possibly healthcare premiums will go up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you that I said healthcare providers are increasing their premiums in preparation for this. They're already doing it. This isn't a
which healthcare premiums? Which providers? I work in healthcare, so let's get into it. Which providers exactly?
Did you listen to anything that I just said, John?
I did.
Who are the healthcare providers I named?
Which ones? Which ones?
Which ones that I just named?
I was it Anthem Blue Cross?
You weren't listening, right? You weren't listening.
You said a lot.
Yeah, because you're not listening.
Just name them. Just name them. Blue Cross, right?
Sure. Hold on for a second. W's in the chat for Megan. Megan sent a $1 donation saying, my husband lost his job / insurance and I'm disabled. I can't afford the ACA as is, much less with an increase. If I unalive, I don't get insurance. People don't realize this situation too many people are in. Exactly. You know what? I do think they do recognize it, but I think they're just selfish. Like, I think that's what it boils down to. W's in the chat for Patricia, who sent $5 donation. And Patricia didn't send a message, but just sent 5. Oh no, said 3. I'm not sure, but thank you, Patricia. I really appreciate you. W's in the chat for Tyler, who sent a $5 donation saying, the issue is he hates brown and poor people. I agree. W's in the chat for Melissa. Melissa sent a $10 donation saying, hey, Santana, can you tell us how much undocumented immigrants pay into federal taxes and Medicaid each year through ITNs? That's a fucking awesome point. I would have to pull up the number, but it's billions. It's literally billions. They literally pay billions of dollars into federal taxes and Medicaid, and they don't even get to access it. W's in the chat to Alaskan Furry, who sent a $5 donation saying, I make $55 a year and max out of pocket with federal insurance is $9K and I'm $1K from that goal. I don't get the ACA or benefits and that's fine. Others getting care they need. Stop being selfish. We understand that's what it is. W's in the chat for Allison, who sent a $2 donation saying, hold up, he works in healthcare but doesn't believe people deserve healthcare. Next. That's actually a great point as well. W's in the chat for Serenity. Serenity sent a $3 donation saying, for dealing with an I'm not going to call him that because the TikTok has been a little funny, but yes, for your entertainment. I really appreciate you, Serenity. W's in the chat for Vivian, who sent a $5 donation saying most ACA is in red states. Yes, the actual I actually have a stat that shows like the sign up for the ACA in blue states versus red states. When the since the inception of the ACA, I'm sorry, since 2020, since 2025, in blue states, there's been a 36% increase in blue states for accessing the ACA. And in red states, there's been 157%. So literally, it's the poor people in the red state that are taking advantage of the ACA, but they're the ones that's going to lose. It's always them. They vote for harm.
Let me know when I can talk.
Not knowing that they're going to actually, I'm still speaking, they're going to harm those people. Like they vote for harm thinking they're harming others, but they're really harming themselves. So yes, you're absolutely right. W's in the chat for Ann. Ann sent a $3 donation, and Ann said, earlier he said a family member with cancer got healthcare for free. And why did he get upset about that? I think he didn't say, I think he said a family member had cancer, or I don't think he said he got it for free. I would have to go back and look, but he does hate the fact that people are getting free stuff that he's not getting. It's a him issue. W's in the chat for Amanda. Amanda sent a $5 donation saying this cishet white man is a tier 1 demographic in our society. If he isn't doing well, it's on him. Yes. Listen, he's mad because he's a mediocre white man and he's taking it out on other people. I don't get it, but you know, it's a him thing. W's in the chat for Terrell, who sent a $2 super chat to say a dictator ain't nothing but a penis potato. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but all right, cool. W's in the chat for Rodney, who sent a $10 super chat to say, isn't the emergency medical for uninsured citizens, tourists as well, for undocumented immigrants? Yes, it's for anyone in the country, especially tourists. So yes, it's not just about quote unquote undocumented immigrants. And fun fact, if we go to countries that have access to universal health care, we get better treatment through their healthcare system and walk out with a smaller bill where, you know, higher bills in the US. W's in the chat for Susan, who sent a $5 super chat with a lemon with heart eyes. That's cute. And W's in the chat for Sunny, who sent a $10 super chat to say Santana and bottle feeding puppies. What a great night. I know that's right. W's in the chat for you guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on the YouTubes, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 150,000 likes. Last but not least, this is the backup account. The main account is still down for a couple of more days, but we're going to be on the backup account doing debates. So make sure you hit that follow button. If you look up at the top, you see the word follow. That means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Turn on notifications so you know when I go live. All right, John, floor is yours.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I wanted to read this little excerpt from an article that I actually had saved because I thought that, you know, it might come in handy. So
can you tell me what's the name of the article?
Yes, it's by the Peterson KFF Health System Tracker. And the article is called How Much and Why ACA Marketplace Premiums Are Going Up in 2025. And then this also includes some data for the 2026 rate changes.
Read the article for me one more time.
It's called How Much and Why ACA Marketplace Premiums Are Going Up in 2025.
Okay, I have it up here. Go ahead.
Great.
And
So,
wait, this is as of August the 6th. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so let me find the expert, or let me find, okay, great. So this is from the article themselves. Among the 324 ACA marketplace participating insurers nationally, premium changes.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I looked down. Where are you in this article?
I am directly underneath the first chart where it has the distribution of proposed 2025 rate changes among 324 reviewed ACA marketplace insurers. It's a giant chart with blue graph.
Is it the first one?
It's the first one. There's the top of the article.
ACA market insurers are proposing a medium premium increase. It said ACA market insurers are proposing a medium increase of about 18% in 2026. Is that the one that you're looking at?
I don't know where you're at in the article. I mean, I'm literally on the very top paragraph.
I'm at the very top, like literally at the very top. It literally.
Do you mind if I just read the part that I'm trying to read you?
No, I need to know where you are. I would like to know where you are, so I'm reading the information as well.
Okay, so the first paragraph starts with the word health insurers, right?
Health insurance. Yeah, that's at the very top.
Very top, first paragraph. Yeah, so the first paragraph, you'd find that right at the very top. So then the second one is for 2025 across 324 insurers. That's the second paragraph.
No, it says for 2026, not 2025.
You might be looking at a newer article than mine. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I just told you. There's one that just came out in August of 2025.
Okay. Yeah. So you're looking
and
at
I literally just read off to you. This says here that ACA Market Insurance are proposing a medium premium increase of 18% in 2026. So literally, I was letting you know that this article is about to
I don't. Okay. Yeah. So where is your article?
Up.
How are you finding the?
I literally typed in what you told me, and this one came up.
Okay. So I'm typing that in right now, and I'm just getting the article that I have in front of me.
The article, it's the Peterson KFF Health System Tracker, how much and why ACA marketplace premiums are going up in 2026. That's what you said. You said 2026, and now you're saying 2025. Are you lying again?
Okay.
Because you said 2026.
Okay.
You literally said,
I found it.
You said 2026.
Okay, I found your article. Hang on.
No, it's your article, bud. I didn't know about this until you told me about it. Yeah, it's because you just lied. You said 2026, and then you started reading off 2025, and that's why I said I wanted to read off what you were reading.
Directly in front of me. It's the exact same thing, except it says 2025 instead of 2026.
But you were saying 2026. You said 2026.
No, I didn't. I was reading from the article itself.
No. Stop talking. We're on YouTube. I'm gonna rewind this.
Totally fine. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I don't mind that. All right, do you want to rewind it right now? And why? And this also includes some data for the. And the article is called "How Much and Why ACA Marketplace Premiums Are Going Up in 2025."
Oh, okay. I was wrong. I apologize. You did say 2025. Okay.
I mean, my apologies. Dude, I don't know why you keep thinking that I'm like openly lying to you. I've been honest about it.
Because it came up with 2026, and it was weird that you were saying 2025. I apologize. That was on me.
Okay.
All right. So can we deal with the 2026 one instead of the 2025?
Yeah. So this article, right? Let's read through it. 2026, 312 insurers participating in the ACA marketplace from the 50 states and District of Columbia. Now, if we skip forward past,
no, don't skip that. Read the next
18%. No, 11 points higher than last year.
Yep.
This is the largest rate insurers have requested since 2018, the last time the policy uncertainty contributed to sharp premium increases. On average, ACA marketplace insurers are raising premiums by about 20% in 2026.
Yep.
Based on a more detailed analysis of available documents from insurers in 19 states and the District of Columbia, like in prior years, growth in healthcare prices stood out as a key factor driving costs in 2026.
Yep.
Insurers cite increasing cost and utilization of high-priced drugs, as well as the general market factors such as increasing labor costs, inflation, and contributing to premium increases.
Correct.
It goes on to say, they talk about the ACA and the tax credits. In addition to rising healthcare costs, the majority of insurers are also taking into account the potential expiration of enhanced premium tax credits in their premium rate increase for next year.
Boom.
The expiration of enhanced tax credits will lead to out-of-pocket premiums for ACA marketplace enrollees increasing by an average of more than 75%, with insurers expecting healthier enrollees to drop coverage. That, in turn, increases underlying premiums. So what was that last sentence that I just read?
That with insurers expecting healthier enrollers to drop coverage?
I'll read it to you one more time. The expiration of enhanced tax credits
underlying premiums
will lead to out-of-pocket premiums for ACA marketplace enrollees, increasing by an average of more than 75%.
Wait, so are you gonna ignore everything else that you just read?
Drop coverage.
John, are you gonna ignore everything else that you just read? because literally everything that you read just confirmed everything that I've been saying. What are we
said
doing,
they are
John?
taking into account the potential expiration of enhanced premium tax credits.
Yes.
Yes. So I didn't disagree.
Yes.
I read that from the article.
And I also said they're increasing prices. You said who's increasing prices? I said they're preemptively increasing prices. You said, oh, it's a study. I said no, they're already doing it. Like literally,
these are
this
ACA
article,
marketplace insurance
this article literally proves what I was just saying. And you brought me the article. I didn't even know about this article before I started telling you about this. I knew about other articles. You literally just proved my point.
I did not just prove your point.
You literally did. Hey, John. Hey, John.
Sure.
I think I'm the king of this debate.
Bro, I don't think you know how to read.
You know what? You said you don't think I know how to read. You're the one that read it. You read it out. You read it out for us, slap nuts. This is your article and you read it out. And your article that you just read out just cooked you. You screwed you. John screwed John.
Do you want me to read the part? Here, hang on. I'll read this to you.
No,
one more
I want
time.
you to admit that
you tell me
you're
if
cooked.
Tell me if this makes any sense to you, okay?
I know, John. I want you to admit that you're cooked.
Let me read this to you one more time.
No, John, you can read it. You can read it after you admit that you're cooked.
Based on a more detailed analysis.
No, John. No. I don't want you to cherry pick that line. I want you to engage in the entire thing that you just read, John. John, you literally, why would you skip all the other information that you just read, John?
I'm not skipping anything.
Is that not disingenuous, John?
That you said. But there's oh my God. Okay. If
John,
you have to let me speak. You have to let me speak. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm not going to keep doing the disingenuous stuff, John. You're cooked. You're cooked, bud. You cooked yourself. Like this was literally your article that you read out, not me. You read it out. This was your article. I don't know what you want to do that. Debbie's in the chat for Alaskan Fury, who sent a $5 donation saying, you're welcome. You're welcome. Urban Dictionary. I'm worried about what the stuff that I say online because, you know, I'll say it, fuck it. Penis potato and dictator. I don't get that one, but okay. Debbie's in the chat for Alexis, who sent a $20 donation saying, Obamacare is ACA and John, life isn't fair. Get over it. Man up. Exactly. John was just whining because he felt like other people was getting stuff that he's not getting. That's it. Debbie's in the chat for Hector for the $4.99 super chat to say, I have the superior dome. Literally, you don't. Literally, you don't because, you know, I shaved the day. So there's that. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates.
Maybe you should. Talk some sense into him.
Loeb, are you a Trump supporter?
Good luck. You never see anybody, so.
Well, that's why it was hard for me to invite him to come.
I think they meant to request up. I don't think they meant to request up. It looks like we don't have anybody. Guys, again, check the box. If you look at the bottom and you see like if you see gray people, that means you're in the request. If you're in the request, make sure you're in the request for some debates. We are only looking to talk to Trump supporters. We are only looking for some debates. If you see the little pink and blue person, you're good. But if you see like the little gray thing, then you're in the stop it. We're not talking about tamales. We're not. I'm not going to tell you guys anything ever again. I'm not. Looks like they canceled their request. Okay, cool. I think I might have scared them off. Did I scare them off, chat? He did. John cooked himself. I don't understand it. I don't want to talk about tamales. Dean did not say that. He did not. He would not do that. I don't think this person's going to load. W's in the chat for Brittany, who sent a $2 super chat to say, you can tell who learned how to research in school. Really? Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Brittany. W's in the chat for Brittany. Isaac, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I support you. 1,000. I'm so sorry. No disrespect.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. And listen, MAGA Trump supporters, I know it might seem a bit scary, but I'm looking for common ground. Corey, the person is spamming. They were in the request. Are they trying to come back up? What's happening? I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for common ground, and I think that we can find common ground. I think we can find common ground because I think we can all agree that it's time to use the 25th Amendment on Donald Trump. Listen, I'm not taking that lightly. I'm not. I think Donald Trump has officially cracked, right? I think it's a wrap for Donald Trump. And not only do I think it's a wrap for Donald Trump, but I think it's a wrap for the people around him. Donald Trump is showing how gross he is in multiple ways. This is a new thing from This is a new thing from Trump. If you didn't get to see it. So this was him taking questions, talking about his White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, right? This is it. Listen to this.
I never failed to work in it like a meeting. Is that right? How's Caroline doing? Is she doing good? Should Caroline be replaced?
No. That's up to you, sir. Nobody wants to say that. I say she does a great job. Thank you. Do you want to elaborate on the meeting?
And those lips, they move like a machine, right?
Do you want to elaborate on it?
So if you guys couldn't hear that, he was on Air Force One and he was talking to the press corps, and he questioned whether Caroline Leavitt needed to be replaced. And people was like, "Oh, that's up to you, sir." And then he said, "I don't think so. Because those lips move like a machine gun." Why is Trump sexualizing the press secretary? Why is he being inappropriate? And people talk about how people bring up the Howard Stern comments and him walking into young girls' dressing rooms, and then it's like, oh well, he can do it because he owned the place. No, that's the premise that he has as a person, that he can actually be inappropriate and sexualize anyone. That's the thing about it. Speaking of press corps, did you guys see that today as a protest, 40 to 50 Pentagon press members resigned? They turned in their badges and they resigned. Because if you didn't know, the Pentagon and Pete Hegseth actually wanted them to sign a loyalty pledge that required them to run stories past him for approval, no matter if the stories had confidential or non-confidential information. So at about 4 p.m. today, all of them, they waited together and they walked out. They made a whole show about it. And you know what these slimy, sneaky SOBs tried to say? They put out a press release and said that they fired them. Yeah, even Fox News. The State Department put out a press release and said that they fired them. when we know that's not true. Also, I guess I'll get you guys updated on a couple other things because there's a lot of stuff happening. It looks like the Supreme Court is going to try to overturn portions of the Voting Rights Act. For those that don't know, the Voting Rights Act was the act that was passed that gave Black people the ability to actually vote. And the Supreme Court is hearing a case based out of Louisiana about that. And what's going on with that is there was a census done in 2020. And so there was supposed to be some redistricting done in 2022. And Louisiana is 1/3 Black, right? But the Black representation is pretty much non-existent. There's one Congress member in Louisiana that covers over 200 miles, that covers Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Alexandria, and I think Shreveport. And the other there's 5 total House members, and the other 4 are all Republican, and they don't make up nearly that 200-mile radius. Now, this is even more interesting because one of the representatives from Louisiana is Mike Johnson, who's the Speaker of the House. And another representative is House Majority Leader Steve Scalia. So there's that. Now, what's interesting, they're ruling on Section 2 and Section 5 of the Voting Rights Act. And basically, they're trying to say, like, the redistricting, it doesn't have to be done. It's a whole thing. Right? Scalise, yes. Now, the big part to this is once they start to gut the Voting Rights Act, if they start to create precedents to overturn parts of the Voting Rights Act, then it gives you the doorway to overturn the entire Voting Rights Act. So Blaga. I told you guys a long time ago, you're not special, you're just next. And that's what we're dealing with. They showed that Black people were on the chopping blocks after undocumented immigrants, after the way that they treated those Black people in Chicago. Like they literally showed you that those people were next. Also, I was going to say, because there's so much that happened today, right? I was going to tell you guys that you have cities like, or states like California that's trying to fight back. And LA County just voted to declare a state of emergency, not a state of emergency because of fires or a state of emergency because of, floods or something. But literally, they decided to declare a state of emergency because of ICE. Because of the ICE raids are causing people to not go out and go to work. Businesses are being closed. It's going to give them the ability to do rent deferments and also allocate funds to legal aid for those people who their actual rights are being violated. Shout out E. Thank you for calling that out. He said, missing an important part. If they take out the race quotation, then Louisiana, specifically Sotomayor, said the Black population of Louisiana would have to be 51% in order to elect another Black candidate. If they get rid of Section 2, it could allow the Republicans to get 19 House seats. Holy fuck. And this would be across the South. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I did miss that. I forgot about it. Thank you for that, E. You set the precedence up, and then it's replicated throughout the entire South. They're already looking at the map across the South, and yes, you're absolutely right. If this goes through, then they're going to be able to replicate this, and they're going to knock out 19 seats across the entire South. These Democrat-held seats, they're literally going to be wiped out. Literally going to be wiped out. And so not only would the Republican Party retain power, because here it is. Thank you for reminding me about that, E. I don't know if you guys can, let me do this. It's a really big deal. Sorry, 1 second, guys. So here's the map. This is what it looks like now. If they overturn it, the map's going to shift and it's going to start to look like this. All the blue that is currently in place is going to be wiped out, and it's going to allow the Republicans to pick up 19 House seats across these different areas. So that's what they're looking to do. Thank you for reminding me about that one. But yeah, I was saying the California, I mean LA has declared a state of emergency. But being that we're in a government shutdown, the government is doing some, well, the Trump administration, they're doing some fuck shit. The Trump administration has officially cut federal funding. Trump administration has cut federal funding, either froze or completely canceled $28 billion in federal funding. And out of that $28 billion, $27.24 billion were allocated to democratically led districts. This is funds that were appropriated through the infrastructure bill. So over 87 districts, $27.24 billion were in Democrat districts. They canceled it. And then 14 districts were Republican districts, where it totaled $738.7 million. Now, again, the even more interesting part about that piece as well, though, is even the actual quote unquote Republican led areas, they're in Democrat states. So Colorado, in Oregon, in California. Literally, the Trump administration is doing everything they can to weaken these Democratic strongholds in New York, in Illinois, in Colorado, and in California. So at the same time, the government shut down. And Donald Trump said that's why he's utilizing Russell Voigt, whatever. Like they have a strategic plan. It's not okay. But see, that's the problem with having a government shutdown. When the government is shut down, more power is consolidated under the executive branch. That's another reason why, I don't know if you guys saw this, but yesterday Mike Johnson said that we're barreling towards the longest shutdown in United States history. The Speaker of the House came out of his mouth and said that we're barreling towards the longest shutdown in United States history. And Polymarket has officially put the odds out. And with the actual odds of being over 30 days for the government shutdown is now at 68.3%. Now, one good thing, and he just reminded me on the back end about this, and yes, you're absolutely right. A federal judge has temporarily blocked Donald Trump from being able to implement the government layoffs because they were looking to actually lay people off instead of furloughing people. So there's that. Also, Donald Trump tried to make a whole big show about paying the military while being furloughed, right? They tried to say, oh, we're going to continue to pay the military while being furloughed. But the funny thing about that, because they said that they're going to take $8 billion from the military R&D, right? And they said they're going to pay the military, but they can't do that. It's illegal. It's literally illegal. So there's a lot that's going on, guys. Oh, did you guys hear that out of the 4,000 people that they did try to lay off, what up, Brett? The 4,000 people they did try to lay off, 1,000 of them were at the CDC. Out of 4,000, 1,000 of them were at the CDC. But you know what the kicker is? You know what the kicker is? The kicker is they didn't mean to actually lay those people off. Almost all of the 1,000 people, they didn't mean to lay them off. And so they immediately tried to recall those people. This administration is filled with idiots. They're all grossly incompetent. You know how I know they're all grossly incompetent? It's because of this. I know they're all grossly incompetent because of this. Second here.
Well, what is the function of this Qatar facility? People are wondering, is this an air base? What is Qatar going to be developing in Idaho?
Yeah, I saw some reporting about this, Maria. I actually talked to the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, this morning. This is largely a fake story. We continue to have with countries that we work with. We have relationships where sometimes their pilots work on our bases, sometimes that we train together, sometimes we work together in other ways. The reporting that somehow there is going to be a Qatari base on United States soil, that's just not true. We are continuing.
He said that's not true. That was J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States. Now, guys, I've never claimed to be the smartest man in the world. But this is where I got my information from.
It's already been delivered, but as that's formally signed as well. And I'm also proud that today we're signing a letter of acceptance to build a Qatari Emiri Air Force facility at the Mountain Home Air Base in Idaho. The location will be host a contingent of Qatari F-15s and pilots to enhance our combined training, increase lethality.
That was Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense. I'm not going to call him the Secretary of War. So literally, J.D. Vance said that it was a fake story, doesn't know where it came from, when it literally came from the Secretary of Defense. This entire administration is wildly incompetent. But you know what they're good at? Lying and cheating. And if anyone thinks that they're not prepared to lie and cheat, I want you to listen to what Steve Bannon just said. For those who don't know, Steve Bannon worked in the White House in the first administration. Steve Bannon is a close confidant to Donald Trump. Steve Bannon is someone who is in Donald Trump's inner circle.
So let me ask you about Trump 2028. We have a 22nd Amendment, which bars anybody from running for a third term. Do you think that that's not a barrier for him, or how do you see that?
I think that there are many different alternatives that at the appropriate time after the midterms in 26, we will roll out. But I think there are many different alternatives to make sure that President Trump is on the ballot. And if he's on the ballot, he'll win.
So let me ask you about Trump.
They're not even covering it up anymore. They're letting us know that they plan on breaking the law, and there's nothing that they think that we can do about it. They're literally doing it in our faces now. Because they feel like there's nothing we can do about it. W's in the chat for feisty about it. W's in the chat for feisty. Feisty sent a $2 super chat to say absolutely correct. W's in the chat for Daryl, who sent a $9.99 super chat with a laughing lemon. I appreciate it. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. I would love to. I'm genuinely looking for common ground, but I would love to know how you can defend any of this. Also, MAGA, why is your president such a grifter? Why is every opportunity that your president gets to hawk more shit, he does it?
Everyone, it's President Donald J. Trump, and it's Trump time. Check out this red beauty. It's one of my new watches. Wear it proudly on your wrist, and everyone will know exactly what it's for, who it represents. It's really going to be something special. It's for your favorite president. Get your watch today at gettrumpwatches.com. Please make a great gift. It's Trump time.
He's selling these red watches for $499. But that's not the only thing that he's doing. I haven't even made the video. Would you guys like to see something I haven't made a video about? I was going to make the video tomorrow morning and post it. There's only like 900 of us hanging out here, only about like 300 something of us over on YouTube. So it's not many of us. Would you guys like to know what I'm going to make a video about tomorrow? You're invited to a candlelight dinner featuring special guest speaker, President Donald J. Trump, 45th and 47th President of the United States. Friday, October the 17th, 2025, the Mar-a-Lago Club, Palm Beach. To make a reservation, it's $1 million per person. $1 million per person for this candlelight dinner that's happening at Mar-a-Lago this Friday. Donald Trump has made over $4 billion in 9 months being back in office. Everything that he does is at the expense of the American public to enrich himself. To enrich himself and his family. Did you guys know that Barron Trump just dropped out of college after one semester? And then Barron Trump ended up on a board of directors for, what is it, Liberty what? Hold on. So Barron Trump's just dropped out of college, and he joined a board for Liberty Financial. Liberty Financial. You know what's super interesting about Liberty Financial? So just a couple of days ago, let me do that. Just a couple of days ago, right before Donald Trump announced the tariffs that were going on China and the additional tariffs that he was increasing, someone opened up a Bitcoin short 30 minutes prior to Donald Trump's announcement of tariffs. And within that 30-minute span, opening up before Trump announced the tariffs, he was able to make, or they were able to make $1.8 billion because of the announcement of tariffs. It was able to track back the group that did that was Liberty Financial. Now, I'm not going to say it was insider trading, but it's damn sure suspicious that Barron Trump, Donald Trump's son, is on the board of Liberty Financial. Liberty Financial opened up that Bitcoin short and made $1.8 billion. And they somehow had the foresight 30 minutes before Donald Trump announced that the tariffs were going to be in place to actually make that move to position themselves to make a shit ton of money. Is that suspicious to anyone else? World Liberty Financial. I'm sorry. World Liberty Financial. But yet we can't get health care. And, you know, groceries are super expensive and everything's on fire. And I blame the Republican Party. But you know what's the worst part about the Republican Party? The worst part about the Republican Party is the young Republicans. The young Republicans. Politico ran a story about the young Republicans. The young Republicans that they have chapters across the country, and they are surrogates for the Republican Party. Their actual job is to be the bridge for the younger generation into conservatism and into the Republican Party. Young conservatives. Hold that thought.
I love you. I love you. I love you so much.
Please don't do that. No, thank you. Anyway, like I was saying, the young Republicans, they literally have chapters across the country in different states. They have chairs, vice chairs. They have like actual levels within the organization. And with these young Republicans, just like younger people, just like a lot of people, there's a group chat. There's a Telegram group chat. And you know how you guys have friends. Does anyone else have that friend group and you're like, oh, if our group chat is ever leaked, we're cooked? Anybody else say that? Anybody else got like that group chat where they're like, oh, if our group chat gets leaked, we're cooked? I know I got one. But my group chat is not like the one that was leaked by the Young Republicans. The Young Republicans group chat, and they actually said that if this group chat is leaked, they're cooked. They literally were in the group chat talking about how much they love Shitler. They kept saying the N-word, slurring, calling black people the watermelon people. They were talking about how they wanted to put undocumented immigrants in a GAS chamber. They talked about how they wanted to grape women. $2,900 pages, 28,000 text messages of some of the most racist, sexist, vile stuff that you could possibly think of. And these are not random kids. These are young men that have access to political power, to political influence. Literally, they are integrated with the Republican Party, and they're the next generations of Republicans. But there was one thing that stuck out to me in the article that a lot of people didn't pick up on. It was about how they talked about how they didn't like Donald Trump. They said they didn't like the fact that they had to kowtow to Donald Trump, because if they didn't, then they would be considered a rhino. And you know, that spoke to me, because that made me realize that even when Donald Trump is gone, even when MAGA is gone, the hate, the sexism, the pure insidious, repulsive, vile nature of those people will live on in the Republican Party. Oh, their names have been released. Not only have their names been released, but their pictures, the text messages, their names, and their pictures have all been released. And you know who made an excuse for it? JD Vance. JD Vance said it wasn't a big deal. It's a political article. You can see it. It's a political article. Maybe I need to do I didn't do a video about it, because one, when I read the article, I was so pissed off. But two, I thought that people would just see it. So I guess I need to do a video about it. Yeah, you're right. They are the dream of Charlie Kirk. Each and every one of them. You know what the fucked up and funny part about all that is? They look exactly how you would expect them to look. Each and every one of them. Each and every one of them, the way you would think they look like. No, they're not necessarily kids. And see, that's on me, because I'm old, right? I'm 38. And they're young, like they're early 20s. So that's why I keep calling them kids. They're not kids. But yeah, JD Vance actually excused what they said. Give me a second.
I'm sorry, focus on the real. By focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat, grow up. I'm sorry, focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chats. But there's another angle to this that I just have to be honest about. I mean, I'm like an old guy at this point. I'm 41 years old. I have 3 kids. You know, I grew up in a different world, right? Where not most of the stupid things that I did when I was a teenager and a young adult, they're not on the internet. Like, I'm going to tell my kids, especially my boys, don't put things on the internet. Like, be careful with what you post. If you put something in a group chat, assume that some scumbag is going to leak it in an effort to try to cause you harm or cause your family harm. But the reality is that kids do stupid things. especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive, stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives. And at some point, we're all going to have to say, enough of this BS. We're not going to allow the worst moment in a 21-year-old's group chat to ruin a kid's life for the rest of time. That's just not.
So that's what JD Vance said, right? Just to make sure that we're not being gaslit, because we could be getting gaslit, chat. I'm going to read off a couple of these text messages, and I will censor them for TikTok purposes. In TikTok, I'm just reading off these messages. Everyone that votes no is going in the GAS chamber. Great. I love Schitler. Also, we're unofficially under consideration for the Trump endorsement. You're giving nationals too much credit, expecting the Jew to be honest. I'm ready to watch people burn. I'd go to the zoo if I wanted to watch monkeys play ball. Are you going to do whatever it takes? When do we start the bullying? Boom, they're unalive. Unalive that B word. And everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going in the GAS chamber. I love the watermelon people. It was grape. Stay in the closet, F word. He also hates the Jews. This girl is fully R word. And in the very middle of all these messages, it says, in the very middle of all these messages, it says, hold on. Sorry, I moved past it. Oh. Here it is. The very middle, the green one, and it's hearted. If we ever had a leak of this chat, we'd be cooked for real, for real. I just played what JD Vance said. Oh, also they used the N-word 251 times. You know who also stuck up for them? Besides JD Vance, you know who also echoed the words of JD Vance? Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes and JD Vance had the same talking points about this. Yeah. Yep. But that's the young Republicans. That's who this administration is. Debbie's in the chat for Noel, who sent a $4.99 super chat to say, so they don't cancel racists, but if you're caught protesting while Brown, Vance will demonize, jail, and deport you. Love you, Santana. Thanks for speaking up for us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that $4.99 super chat. You're freaking amazing. I appreciate you so much. I can't see your username, but are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, I didn't mean to join. But I just want to say I love you, and I love you, and Dean and Parker and all of you guys.
Love you too, friend.
My fault. Appreciate it.
You're good. Couple other things that I want to share with you guys if you're willing to hear me out. If you're willing to listen, I'd love to share just a few more things with you. They don't care because they're so busy trying to pretend as if Donald Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize for the quote unquote peace agreement between Israel and Hamas. Now, you know what's so interesting about this peace agreement between Israel and Hamas? It's been, what, 48 hours? And innocent Palestinians are still losing their lives. Israel unalive 6 Palestinians. They said there was an unknown suspect that crossed the boundary of the perimeter that was set. There hasn't been any more feedback or updates or anything about that. Hamas has apparently taken 33 Palestinians out into Gaza Square and unalived them. Israel has halved the humanitarian aid going into Gaza. So they're stopping the Red Cross from being able to get into Gaza to provide additional humanitarian aid because they're saying Hamas has violated the peace agreement. And we have Donald Trump making statements like this.
We have told them we want to disarm, and they will disarm. And if they don't disarm, we will disarm them. And it'll happen quickly and perhaps violently. But they will disarm. Do you understand me?
Yes, you say
because everyone says, oh, well, they won't disarm. They will disarm. And I spoke to Hamas, and I said, you're going to disarm, right? Yes, sir, we're going to disarm. That's what they told me. They will disarm, or we will disarm them. Got it? Okay.
What is the deadline you're going to put on that? You say quickly, sir. Sir, you say quickly, but what is the deadline you're going to put on that before you take action?
Pretty quickly. A reasonable period of time.
That's what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump said that they're going to disarm within a reasonable amount of time. Hamas has immediately pushed back and said they're not disarming. Hamas is saying they're not disarming and they're not leaving the area. The end agree on the ceasefire. They agree that they weren't going to disarm or leave the area. So there's that. Hey, Joey.
Hey, what's going on, bro? I didn't want to interrupt you while you were going on that. How's it going, man? I see the op here.
Listen, I scare them off quite often.
For sure. I caught most of that. But hey, I wanted to come up and mention, I don't know if you heard, I'm sure you did, but how Donald Trump is...
Wait. Guys, if you don't know who this is, as a matter of fact, let me do this. There we go.
Oh.
If you guys don't know who this is Joey. Joey's a awesome creator. Like, seriously, I stumbled across Joey's live one night, and I kind of like hung out, and I left, and then, you know, after I get off live at night, I start scrolling, and I scroll past his lives a couple of times. I heard him doing some debate, and then I saw him playing Wordle, and I was like, this guy's interesting. But ever since then, like, I've been hanging out, and like, for anyone that knows me, you guys know I'm like super funny about who I follow. like really, really funny about who I follow. So I follow Joey. Joey is fucking awesome. Joey, before you start talking about whatever you want to talk about, can you just tell the people about yourself real quick?
I mean, yeah, I'll give you a long story short about myself. So I'm a DACA recipient. I'm here thanks to the executive order put through by the Obama administration. I never meant to get into the political space. I started this page because I wanted to get invited to a Formula One race. Like that was my goal from Formula One, but I just couldn't go on. Yeah, I couldn't go on without speaking about what this administration was doing. Now, mind you, I started speaking about this when I had under 2,000 followers, right? And I just dedicated to literally posting every day, every day, every day. And then I got the access to go live, and I decided to start going live to just have a conversation with MAGA to understand why they voted for this guy. My debates are handled a little different than others because, I mean, pretty similar to Santana, actually, where we're kind of just trying to have a conversation.
Yours is way better than mine. You remind me of what I used to be, seriously.
But that's what I'm trying to do. If I can change somebody's mind, then, W for the day. But if we can challenge them to use I like to call it the thinking thoughts, then that's also a win. But again, I met Santana or I saw him on Parker's and Dean's live before, and then he came into my chat and people were calling him out, and I didn't know that it was the Santana. And then
no such thing as the Santana.
And so here I am, a few more supporters later, but it's still with the same belief that this administration needs to be called out while we still have our freedom of speech, while we still have a chance to spread the word. Because right now, as Santana was saying earlier, what'd you say, Blaga thought it wasn't going to happen to them, but it was just a matter of when it happened to them. And now same goes for white people that think it wasn't going to happen to them, but the little that you disagree with this guy, the more it's going to come knocking at your door. It's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yep, absolutely.
And so that's my little rundown. That's me.
Yeah. Joey, the one thing that that's super interesting about your space, and I really appreciate not only so for anyone here that is bilingual or multilingual or whatever, if you speak Spanish, I appreciate that Joey's space, of course, they cater to Latino, but they also they're welcoming of everyone. Fun fact, if you go check out the video that's on Joey's page, Joey ran into one of our old friends, Liam. Joey did not know who Liam was, and Liam came into Joey's chat, and you guys know how Liam is. Well, I just want to talk about the fact that you guys, I don't like the undocumented immigrant, and I just want to know why do you not support Trump? He's the best, and blah, 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 blah. I got dead fish eyes. So Liam came in doing that, right? And Joey dog walked him. Like literally dog walked him.
That's not saying much though, brother. That's not saying much. It doesn't take much to dog walk that guy. His first statement was like, okay, you want to talk about immigration? Who was president in 2008? I was like, George W. Bush. I was like, you want to fact check that? I was like, for sure. I love to. That was his first statement of the night, bro.
Stupid. He's so stupid. Oh my God. Liam's the worst.
Yeah. I realized people were in the chat telling me like, this is Liam. I was like, I don't know who that is. Like I hadn't ran into him. And then we had Haley come up and she had run into him because she's actually made videos on him and about like his creepy behavior. And so that's when it all started to click. I was like, okay, I have heard of this guy, but I didn't know if that was a new page or whatever. So yeah.
Wait, you debated Bretta?
Yes. Bretta was also bro. Oh my God.
Bretta doesn't know shit.
Bro, that guy. So he's Dominican, right? He's Dominican.
Yeah.
Dominican American.
Yeah.
And like, dude, that guy has a thing against women. I like he was talking to me like the way I'm talking to you is the same way I talk to everybody. Respect is earned, not given. So if they start getting a little out of pocket, like then I'll have a little fun, right? But this is how I carry my conversations most of the time. And Bretta was talking just perfectly fine with me. And again, that was another one that was interesting. I have a couple clips I need to upload. But when it came to him addressing women, Jesus, he could not take it, man. He could not take it. And he was, I don't know if you've debated him, but I'm going to assume he was,
too many times.
Yeah. So he was speaking in Spanish, and in Spanish, when you're speaking to women, you can get pretty aggressive, but it's like a passive aggressiveness. And he was definitely doing that to Latin, the other creator that you'll see on my panels as well. Yeah, no, that dude was interesting, bro.
Yeah, Bretta sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, guys, listen, please, please, please give Joey a follow. He has such a unique style. Again, he reminds me a lot of like what I used to do before I got jaded by MAGA, before like MAGA drove me to drinking. Like that's what he reminds me of. And Joey, you do this like really cool thing that like I noticed it, like I heard it a couple of times, but I officially got to watch it last night. So fucking cool. I don't know where you came up with it, but like when you like do your outro and you switch it to like black and white, that's so fucking cool. That is cool as shit.
That's how I end all my lives, bro.
I know. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's a little effect. Yeah, I don't know. Do you stream off your PC or off your phone?
Depends on what I'm doing.
Okay, well, on
late nights it's off the PC. Like right now, it's on the phone.
Okay, so yeah, on the PCs, I'm sure you know you can add the effects. It's just one of the effects that's on there with the music that's added, and I just click that and I just send that message out literally as I end my stream. And yeah, it's been an ongoing thing every time I go live.
That's so dope. Hey Joey, people are in the chat and they're asking about the donations or the fundraising for Alaska. You want to tell the people about that?
Yes. So it's not. Oh gosh, I need to grab it and put it on my link tree.
LinkedIn. You said that you were going to do that. Also, guys, there's 300 some people hanging out on YouTube right now. I officially am going to bully Joey until he makes a YouTube. So I will bully him to make a YouTube so we can get him on YouTube as well. So
listen, I'll make one. I'll make one before the end of this week for sure. I know it doesn't take much time, but I will because I'm not quite frank. Like I'm not quite sure where this platform is going to go. My IG has been growing, so you know that's also an alternative. But I do enjoy doing these type of streams, so I think it's the best option for me to start a YouTube and carry this momentum that I'm picking up. So yeah, I'll do it for sure by the end of this week.
But anyway, Alaska.
No, so that's so the whole Alaska thing. I need to put it up. It will be up before I go live tonight on my link tree in the bio in my bio. But it's
what time do you go live?
I'll be live today, actually in about an hour. So like 8:15 or so. I'm going live early tonight. But so in that it's a fundraiser that's being organized by an indigenous friend of mine. And it's going through an organization. It's not her personal, like it's not a GoFundMe or anything like that. It's going directly to an organization. There's a QR code. If you go to my repost, it should be there. But I repost a lot of things, so that might not be the best way to go. But it will be on my link tree before I go live tonight for sure. And it's just I don't know if a lot of the people in the chat know about the typhoon that hit Alaska, and a lot of the indigenous people of there have lost their homes. You know, they need our help. They need our help. So that's why this fundraiser is happening to help in aiding that. And if I could also do another little plug.
Yep, go ahead. I was going to go to that one next.
I'll put this on the my link tree as well. There's actually in Veracruz in Mexico and surrounding cities, major floods have happened. And right now the people of there, there's indigenous people as well that need help. They need aid. They're not getting enough aid. And there is a lot of organizations that take advantage. So that lady that I speak to, her name is Latin Lesbian. She's teamed up with the Mexican Red Cross, so that way they can get funds headed over there. And again, if you want to do your good deed for the day, the month, the year, whatever it may be, if you can spare $1 or $2, do that. I'll have both of those links on the link tree. And if you can't donate, I know times are hard. Even just sharing it, because I mean, maybe you're connected to somebody that has some funds that they can donate towards the people. If you consider yourself an ally of immigrants, I know Mexico has sent their people to help us when things happen here. So it would just be a pretty good like paying it back type of deal.
I was telling my team she needs to get in touch with Kay. I don't think Kay's here tonight, but I want to do something. Like I want to organize something. So like we do a lot of awesome fundraisers. So I want to do something with my community to help out. So we have to do that. All right. So Joey, you're here, and I'm gonna bare my soul for a second. And I'm looking for forgiveness, and Joey, like you're the person that I'm gonna need to forgive me.
For what?
And guys, once I talk about this, you guys can't talk about it anymore. Like once we get past this, there can't be any more of this.
Is this a tamale story?
Yes, it's Tamale Gate.
Okay, I want to know about this.
Chat, I'm not fucking around. Once we get past this, stop it. There's no more Tamale Gate after this. I'm dead serious. All right, Joey. So, about 12 years ago, I decided I wanted to try tamales. Specifically, I wanted to get some Mexican food. And so I was out by myself. And, you know, normally I get kind of the same things or whatever. I know what I like and I know it's good, but I'm someone that's adventurous. Like, I like good food. Stop spamming tamales in the chat. I will turn the chat off. And so I ordered tamales because I was like, oh, I've seen people talk about those. Those look interesting. Let me try them out. And so they brought the tamales out. And I tried it. And I was like, I don't like how this tastes. This isn't good. I was like, the skin for some reason is like weird. That was like 12 years ago. And ever since then, I have never tried it because I don't like how the skin on the tamales tastes. And so I'm sitting here the other night and just doing a Q&A with the chat. And someone was like, oh, what's your favorite type of tamales? I was like, I don't like tamales because the skin doesn't taste good. And I've been getting fried ever since.
Bro, you ate the husk?
Yeah, apparently I did.
Bro, what did you think it was?
I had no idea. Like, I had never ate it before.
Was it the banana or was it the corn one?
It was the corn.
Okay, I could see you thinking that maybe it was wrapped up like a tortilla.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like,
I could see where mistakes were made for sure. Yeah, guys, chat, you gotta forgive them. That's not mistakes were made. That's not that big of a deal.
They've been bullying me for like days now, like literally following me around, putting tamales in the chat and shit.
Can I say thank you to Michael real quick? He did $10. Michael, thank you
for sure.
Appreciate that. You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wait, you have your pay links in your bio?
I do, but I never promote them.
Oh, hold on. Listen, you guys know how I love the Griff. Come on now. If nothing else, King Griff gonna Griff. With that being said, W's in the chat for Alaskan Fury. Alaskan Fury sent a $5 donation saying, not sure if you follow Rachel Maddow, but she had a documentary airing Friday night with Andrew Young about civil rights. Might be good for us all to watch. Look back at MLK and how they came out on the other side of the tragedy and the long haul. You know what? I might set that up and we might do that. Yeah. Debbie's in the chat for Allison. Allison sent a $1 donation, said, requested to say, oh, I didn't see that you requested. Allison, get up here. The young Republicans were quote unquote kids, but when it's young black men, they're unalive and they're not given grace. You're absolutely right about that. 100%. W's in the chat, guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and Linktree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything's accepted, anything's appreciated. Over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Mods. Run over to Joey's page, grab his pay links out of his bio and get them running in the poll chat. I would love to show Joey some love. This is his first time here hanging out with us, like officially hanging out. He's already at 1.3 thousand coins. Let's go ahead and get his coins up. Show Joey some love. Make sure you're following Joey. Make sure that you're gifting Joey and hit his pay links. Listen, Joey deserves good tamales, not like the tamales that I ate, but actual good tamales. So make sure you're hitting his pay links. You already did it. Thank you, Corey. His pay links are already running in the poll in the bio, guys. Go show him some of that Santana love. Let him know what our community is about. Stop fucking spamming tamales in the chat.
Thank you so much.
I'll turn this whole chat off. Keep playing with me.
Now, Santana, thank you for that. But I got to ask you then, bro, are you going to give tamales another try or like what's good?
Yeah, I'm going to go get some this weekend because fucking chat won't stop bullying. Like I keep getting bullied in my own Discord. Like my mods are my biggest ops. Like dude, they all suck.
It's a hug. It's a warm hug in a food. Like it's the best thing ever. It's warm. Do you eat pork? Do you eat everything? Chicken? Everything?
Yeah. I mean, except shellfish. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Oh no, that's fine. The shell. I tried a shrimp tamale. Dog. I threw that in the garbage so quickly. It's disgusting. Yeah, no. Like you don't do that. That's sacrilegious, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're gonna try either like red with pork and green with chicken. But there's also sweet tamales. I don't know if you like ciruelas. What is chat? Is anybody speak Spanish? What are ciruelas? Cranberries. I think no, plums. It's
okay.
plum tamales, so it's sweet. But we also make them out of sweet potato. Sweet potato tamales are phenomenal, bro. You can even make
someone said prunes.
Prune, yes, that's what it is. Prune, yes.
Oh, that's gross. I hate prunes.
Do you like what's that Asian potato? The purple one?
Oh, not beets. Is it radish?
No. It's the purple. It's Asian. I'm forgetting, but it's the purple color one. It's like a sweet potato.
Toro?
No, it's not taro. Ube. There's ube tamales in some places, and those are good, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to give them a try. So I'm glad that you're gonna actually try them again.
I'm gonna have to because like fucking chat is cruel and like my mods are cruel and like everybody is just. You guys are mean.
Hey, sorry. So before I forget, the reason why I wanted to come up here is because I don't know if you've already talked about it earlier in your conversations. But again, the whole Donald Trump thing with the whole 20 billion exchange that they're doing with Argentina and whatnot.
40 billion now.
Exactly, that's what I was going to bring up. That's contingent on what's his name, Muley winning the election. Tell me that's not a dictatorial type of interruption right there. And sorry, Sarah, thank you so much for that $5. Santana sent me. Thank you, Santana. You're too kind, brother.
That's not enough, Jack. That's not enough. More.
And
let's go.
And the crappier part about this is also that this is the same Argentina that has just made a deal with China in order to buy 10 cargoes of soybeans, directly screwing over the farmers here in the United States of America. Where's the American first president that we were supposed to get?
Right. Right. What the fuck is happening? Chat, stop spamming tamales. I'm gonna turn off the chat. You guys are doing too much now. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, no, but he was saying that like the not only is the additional 20 billion contingent as far as him winning the election, but also they're saying that they have to institute what did he say? I forgot how he worded it, but basically like right-wing ideology into Argentina. Like that's how like it was like that. So
yeah, and we've already seen how far right ideologies go down there. I don't know if you're too familiar with the Chile president that was there. I'm forgetting Pinochet. My kid's mom's family is all from Chile, so they know all that a little too well. But now, mind you, a lot of them agree with how he ran things and whatnot. So yeah, South America and yeah, it's not the greatest relationship that they have with most of Central and Mexico, like when it comes to Central America. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. W's in the chat from Melissa. Melissa sent a $5 donation. Says, saw you with Dean today. Gave you a follow. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. W's in the chat for M. Will, who sent a $2 donation saying, Santana, it's okay. My husband grew up very sheltered and never had seafood. He didn't know you're not supposed to eat the tail on the shrimp.
No.
I just know I'm not supposed to eat a shrimp at all. So there's that. W's in the chat for Lacey, who sent a $3 donation saying, it's okay. I ate fortune cookies without removing the fortune inside. I feel like y'all gaslight me now. And my chat is good at gaslighting too. W's in the chat for I.B. Carey, who sent a $5 super chat to say, I did that when I was 3. Towards more tamales. Thank you. I will take that and put it towards more tamales. W's in the chat for Feisty, who sent a $5 donation saying, bad chat. I did the same thing. I won't eat tamales either. See, it's not just me. W's in the chat for Kinyu, who sent a $2 donation with a hug. I'll take the hug. Thank you. W's in the chat for Zanya, who sent a $5 super chat to say, as a foreign adoptee, this administration makes me uneasy, to put it mildly. Yes, absolutely. This administration sucks. Guys, Thank you so much for the donation. And listen, again, you guys know I'm King Griff, but I'm not even going to hold you. I want you guys to show Joey some love. So if there's anything you're going to break your old boy Santana off with, let's pay it forward. Make sure we're taking care of Joey while he's hanging out here. His pay links are running in the poll in the bio. They're in his actual, I'm sorry, the pay links are running in the poll and they're in his bio. Show Joey some love. This is his first time hanging out. Seriously.
Thank you. And now you mentioned something. So one of somebody that donated to you mentioned about he didn't know that you don't eat the tail on the shrimp. Now I'm gonna be vulnerable, and the chat might cook me. I actually eat the shrimp entirely. I eat it with the skin on and everything. Yeah, tail, everything. I eat the shrimp completely. I don't have time to if it's cooked, I eat it completely. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know.
Joey, you different.
I know. I come from a beach town though. I grew up eating nothing but fish. I come from Acapulco, Guerrero, so yeah, it's a fish town, bro. We don't waste anything.
Ain't no way, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. The people that are
I see people saying they do the same thing. You guys are gross. All of you are gross. Whatever. I'm judging every single one of you. I'm judging all of you.
They get it. Okay. I'm not the only one. Okay, good.
Who in the fuck put a hashtag Tamalygate in the... I swear I hate the mods. I'm firing each and every one of you.
Even Erica, you can eat the tail. Erica gets it, bro.
Yeah, well...
It doesn't choke.
Mods, you guys are petty. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what. I got a question for you, Joey.
Yeah. What's up, hippie?
How do you deal with like MAGA? So I know, like when they come in, they get on their racist talking points, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like they've kind of veered off from just being openly racist towards Black people to like really leaning into the hatred for undocumented immigrants. And like they do it overtly and covertly. And like it seems like it's kind of cooled off at certain times for Black people, and they're coming after like the brown people. Like, how do you continue to talk to them?
Because I don't get emotional, right? I don't let my emotions drive me. Sorry, I don't want to lose it because it's on my phone. Melissa, thank you so much for the $5, and let me see. Corey, thank you for the $2. Appreciate you guys.
Let's go.
On my phone, so I just don't want to lose that. But thank you guys so much. You don't have to do that. Don't listen to Santana.
Yes, you do. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, the fuck you do. I'll block each and every one of you. Apparently my block list is already long. I will block all of you.
But like, listen, I mean, you know me, I'm a Christian, and I am newly saved. I just got baptized this last August of 2024. So I try to treat people with the love that I would want, and I don't care if they're ops, right? And I know some people are against that. They say that friendly banter doesn't work, and I do lose it. Like, trust me, I'm human, right? My buttons do get pressed, but it takes a lot for me to lose my head. I'm very well connected with my emotions. And so that's why I don't let it get to me. Words are words, but we all have a breaking point, right? But right now, this president, by his rhetoric and the orders that he's giving, Tom Homan and every ICE agent, it's made it okay for people that are MAGA or people that are even just on the further spectrum of being on the right. They've made it okay for them to be more open about the racism, not only when it comes to the Black community, the Latino community, even the Asians and the Middle Easterns are getting it now worse than ever. But yeah, it's just I gotta just remember that words are words and just keep my cool. But it sucks sometimes, bro. It does. Sometimes I turn off the stream and like I just need to decompress and just clear my mind. It's like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, no, I get that, and even more so, like it's I don't think people really understand. What the fuck did I just do? I don't think people. Fuck this technology. I don't think people understand like how it is when I guess they do. Like people want to debate your humanity, and like that's the thing that gets me, right? People are literally here trying to debate your humanity and whether you have the right to just exist. And that's why I get so mad when, people come up with the racism, and they come up targeting undocumented immigrants, when they come up targeting transgender people. Like, people have the right to exist, and people are just so filled with hate, and they hate these people, and they don't even know the people.
Exactly.
Right. And it's so fucking weird.
Yeah. And sorry, Kimberly, thank you for the $10. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much,
Kimberly.
And now, Santana, I know you. Like, I turn into your lives. I turn into Dean Parker's, and there's another guy on here. I forget his name, but he's also a pretty big content creator. I space out on his name, but
what does he look like? Is he funny looking? Does he
have
a bald
I don't know what funny
head?
looking means. He's I think he has curly hair. His microphone is red. It lights up. I forget his name. He goes on earlier in the mornings.
Is he black? Is he white?
I think it's Adam. I think that's.
Oh, you're talking about Adam? Yeah. Adam.
So.
Adam Cray.
Yes. Yes. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, so I don't want to commit to that. But it's another.
Oh wait, you're talking about Johnny?
Is it Johnny? Is his microphone red?
Probably. Let me text you.
You have like a longer one.
His microphone is red.
But so when it comes to that, you guys are obviously super well spoken, and then whenever you guys talk about undocumented immigrants and bring up the facts, I love that because you guys are 100% right. I mean, facts don't lie, right? But like, I've lived it. I've worked in here in the United States for 3 years total with just an ITIN number because I was completely undocumented up until 2013 when I got approved for my DACA. Then I was able to get my social security and all my work permit information and everything. So I've experienced both ends of the spectrum. Now, mind you, I've paid my taxes ever since my first job because, an ITIN is something that's provided by the IRS. Anybody can do it. So that's one point that literally, it doesn't trigger me, but I'm like, you guys just hear what MAGA, what Fox News tells you, but like, I've literally not only, researched about it, but I've lived it. I've experienced it. I know what the immigrants in this country can provide and do provide.
Yeah, and I tell people this all the time, because like this country was literally stolen from indigenous people, and then it was built on the back of slaves, and it was then maintained by immigrants, and whether it be Asian immigrants, whether it be Irish immigrants, or now, Hispanic immigrants, like this country is literally what it is today because of the different immigrants that have been either brought or came to this country. And that's why like the culture of the country is not a culture of quote unquote white culture. It's a collection of the different people that have traveled to other areas to actually even bring anything into this country. And so like that's the whole premise. And so when you start to vilify like immigrants from anywhere, like it's mind-blowing. It's fucking mind-blowing. It's weird and it's mind-blowing. So
yeah, but sadly we've seen this before, when you vilify, when you target a group. I mean, again, this president is literally meeting every single point that makes what's it called? That is a characteristic of being a fascist. And one of them is pointing the finger at minorities, and he's doing a damn good job at that. So, and we've seen this before, with Little Mustache Man, not to go too far back, because, I mean, that was within the last century. So,
yeah, no, listen, I always call back to Schindler, right? Yeah. Because I studied German for 4 years, and like I'm a bit of a history buff, but like the 14 tenets of fascism, like when people think that, especially on the right, like MAGA, they think that just because we call Trump a fascist, it's the same way that they like to call people communists or socialists, and we don't know what the word means. Where like just because they don't know what the words mean, and when I say Trump is a fascist, he means all 14 tenets of fascism. And like they're open about it. Like it's wild how open. Hey, did you see the story about the Republican who ended up on like video and they got a picture of like the his billboard behind him?
Yeah,
or like his board behind. Yeah, and had a flag with the Schnazi symbol. Yeah, yep. Like they're fucking Schnazis. They're proud about it. Yeah. Like they're open about it now. So I don't know, bro. Kimberly, thank you so much for the 10. Say thank you for supporting women and those without a voice. Listen, absolutely every single time. I appreciate you so fucking much. Thank you.
So Corey sent me $2, so thank you, Corey. But the message, hold on, let me get it verbatim.
It's gonna be some messed up shit because it's Corey. Corey, I'm gonna block you.
Judge you. He eats the pumpkin seeds.
Yes.
But mind you, what's wrong with that? I eat it with the shell on too. Do you eat it with the shell on? Okay, same. Yeah, I do the same. I'm not gonna judge you.
Like, yeah, Corey is such a hater.
That's where the flavor's at.
Exactly. It's the shell.
Yeah.
No OMG Corey, whatever. W's in the chat for call me Dose. You use Cash App? Yes, I do. Absolutely do use Cash App. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you on all the pay links. There's nothing wrong with pumpkin seeds. Exactly. I eat a lot of, like, they make fun of me because, like, I eat pumpkin seeds and pistachios and stuff while I'm live.
Bro, if my chat, my chat has been wanting me to do my ancestry literally for like the past 2 months. Because I'm surrounded by a lot of indigenous people of the northern side of Mexico, the south, you know, Mayas, the Yaquis, all over. But I don't know if I have indigenous roots within my blood, my family, so I never claim it, right? But a lot of them tell me like, you for sure do because of your tendencies. Like where I was raised, bro, we eat crickets, we eat locusts, we literally live off the land, right? Lizards, my brother and I would hunt them and grab them and cook them. Like I in Mexico, I lived in the worst of the worst conditions, bro. We didn't have bathrooms. We had an outhouse. We didn't have water. We literally had to collect the rain and fill up. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's like a big water tank, right? And so if we wanted to shower, we would have to boil the water and then I live like in horrible conditions in Mexico. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, when it comes to like my eating, like your chat would kind of be like grossed out if they knew what I ate. Like crickets still to this day. My mom makes a wonderful salsa that she puts crickets in it because it adds a little bit of crunchy. And now chat, they're not like crickets that you pick off of like, you know, the grass. No, they're made in like what's it called, like cricket farms or whatever. So they're really good. Or grasshoppers. They're not crickets. Let me get it correct. It's grasshoppers.
I would try it.
They're good. They're good. They're fried and they're like salty. It's literally a crunchy snack. It's salty.
I would try it. Like literally, so my thing with food, I'll try anything once as long as it doesn't, you know, unalive me. I don't care what it is. Like I'll try whatever it is as long as it like I'm not allergic to it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm allergic to anything. And I eat pretty much everything. The one thing that I do that I don't eat is actually olives. I don't like any olives. Like if it's on pizza and it's already on the food, I'm not a child. I'm not gonna take it out and like move it. But if I have my choice, I will not get olives on things. I don't know why. I don't like the flavor, the texture. Really? I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it.
Olives are okay.
No, I can't do it.
W's in the chat from Mahika. Mahika sent $1 donation. I remember when you ate a lemon on live. Listen, okay. So I wasn't eating the lemon on live, right? But two things about me. One, I love free shit. And two, I don't waste stuff, right? So this boom, whenever you come across boom, like it'll be a whole fucking thing. But Boom was here and Boom told me that Bill Gates took all the seeds out of all the fruit, right? And so I had to get a lemon and take the cut the lemon to show that Bill Gates didn't get the seeds out of this lemon. And since he made me cut my lemon, I had to eat the lemon. So.
Oh, Santana, I'm gonna need to say W's for Allison, and I think it's Allison, one of your mods. Now
they're all haters.
She donated because how much? She donated $2. Thank you, Allison. But she said that you spent too much money on a wig for your bald head.
On what?
On your bald head.
Yeah, no. I shave normally. Listen. Normally, people have to pay for this. Normally, people have to pay for chat. You know how I am.
That's a clean head.
Normally, that's that costs money. Live it up because I'll never do it for free again. My mods are my biggest ops. Mods are the biggest ops. W's in the chat for Jonna. Jonna sent a $5 super chat to say, I took a bug cooking class in culinary school. I loved it. Jonna, I remember how to say your name now, so I got it. Also, W's in the chat for Jay Mule, who sent a $9.99 super chat to say, would 2025 Jesus prefer a $5.56 or $7.62 or Trump Temu Jordans? Or would he be Democrat or love the neighbor, invite the sick, poor, hungry? Oh, I guess I get what you're saying. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Deport that. Yeah. Basically, would you buy all the cheap shit from Trump, or would you actually do the good things that Jesus? Yeah, absolutely. I agree. W's in the chat for Jay Mule. Also, to finish off Mahika's donation, she said, maybe one day you can eat tamales the right way online on live. Maybe that I might do that. I might just get the tamales, come here and eat them on live, so you guys can fucking leave me alone.
Hey, Santana, and sorry, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but
you're good.
One question, because I heard you talk about it in another stream. You mentioned that at one point you were really overweight. And the reason why I asked is because I was too. I'm only 5'4", and at one point I was 205 pounds. So I'm wondering what made you like lose the weight? How did you manage to do it?
I just made a decision.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know if like it was health stuff or whatnot. So
no. Funny thing is, like, because you know, I had always been overweight all my life, but I never had any health issues. Like, never had diabetes or high blood pressure or anything like that. But I just made the decision because I was like almost 500 pounds, but I'm 6'3". So.
Okay, yeah, but still 500 is that's a grip, bro. Yeah, good for you for making that change. Yeah, mine was health. I got diagnosed with a bladder tumor, and that's common in men over the age of 65. So that should tell you how I was treating my body. And you know, I'm trying to see my kids grow old, so I made the conscious.
Well, I saw like you post some workout shit. You would have never known.
Oh no, I'm a gym. Like, yeah, I'm a gym bro. Yeah, no, I'm a gym bro.
yeah. W's in the chat.
But all right, Santana, I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna make myself a little coffee so I can get my stuff ready. Thank you for allowing me to come up here, brother. I just saw that there was no ops, so I was like, let me go ahead and chat it up with my bro. So thank you, bro.
Absolutely. You said are you going live at the top of the hour?
Yeah, in like 20 minutes. I'm just gonna make a coffee. That way I'm wired up, and then just get everything set it up. And Ian, thank you so much for that $3. See, Ian also eats the shrimp tails too. Thank you, Ian.
Yeah. But all right, well, guys, make sure before Joy leaves, really quick, not gonna let him leave until you guys get him over 3K coins. We got to do it fast. We got to do it fast because he has to get ready. He has to get ready for his live chat. Lock the fuck in. Let's get him over 3,000 coins. He's at 2.32. Let's get him over 3,000 coins before he goes. I'm not letting him leave until you guys do it. Lock the fuck in, chat. Do the things. Do the things. Come on. Come on, we can do it. Let's make sure we take. That's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's do it. Did you send your money to the wrong Joey? I don't know. I don't know if you sent it to the wrong Joey or not. I'm not sure what you did, chat. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Isaac.
I didn't get
there. We go.
Oh my God, Jesus. Thank you so much.
That's fucking awesome. And again, guys, make sure you follow Joey because he's going to be going live in about 20 minutes. And I'll probably end up at some point over at his live this evening. So give Joey a follow, guys. Make sure you give Joey a follow. He's a great creator. I promise you, you will enjoy your space and his space and your time with him. Anyway, I appreciate you coming up, bro.
No, thank you for allowing me. Have a good, enjoy the rest of the stream. I'll catch you in a bit then.
All right, have a good one.
All right, later, bro.
Did you come up here to bully me in person?
No, I sent him a dad joke and he read it wrong.
Oh, good.
Can I say the good joke? It was a good one.
You can put it in the chat.
Huh?
You can put it in the chat.
Okay, bet. Hold on.
I'm not gonna wait for you to put it in the chat. That sounds like a setup. That sounds like a whole setup. No, Julie, we're not telling a joke. Fuck that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I refuse on the grounds that may incriminate me. I refuse under the grounds that may incriminate me. Guys, I'm glad that I did an early stream. Especially because you go to his live later and send it. Oh, wait, you were gonna do the thing, Whitney? Hold on, Joey, are you still here? Joey, are you still here? Joey, if you're still here, request back up for a second. I'm sorry, I didn't see you say that. Come back up for a second.
Hey, what's
All
up?
right.
I'm back.
Can you hang out just for a few minutes? Okay, Whitney. Just for a few minutes. What was I saying? I don't even remember exactly what I was about to say, but
Yeah, I must have read Allison's message wrong. That's on me.
they're always trying to like get me with dad jokes, and I don't dad joke. Oh, you should be able to see him now. Hey, W's in the chat for Whitney. Let's fucking go,
bro.
Fucking TikTok universe.
Whitney.
That's our Whitney. She loves
Jesus,
she loves
that
hooking
is
people
so
up.
kind. Dude,
that's fucking
thank
awesome,
you so
right?
much. Whitney.
That's fucking awesome, right? Whitney's awesome.
Jesus, thank you, Whitney. Oh my God.
He's awesome.
Jesus, thank you, Whitney. Oh my God. Bro, that is so kind. Jesus, dude. That, like, seriously, that never expected to, you know, be even heard by anybody, right? I'm speechless. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much, Whitney. Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, thank you for coming back up. Go get your coffee. I'll see you later, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Have a good
Thank you,
one.
Whitney.
A million W's in the chat for Whitney, guys. Fucking million W's. A million W's. Fucking keep it going. I was saying I'm glad that I came on live early. Just because I think I need to get some sleep because I wasn't feeling awesome earlier. So Caleb, thank you so much for the $1. I read your message and I appreciate you sincerely. Sincerely, I really appreciate you. Hopefully things will be better now. I like everyone deserves like peace of mind and not the weirdness or whatever. So I'm happy for you. All right. I wasn't feeling awesome for like the last 24 hours or so. And so I'm gonna go I'll probably go hang out with Joey for a little while and I might go harass some of my other TikTok friends, but I think I'm gonna go to bed early, guys. I think I'm gonna go to sleep early. You guys gotta stop bullying me. Like, fuck them tamales. Well, not literally, but stop putting the tamales in the chat. I'm telling you what. I tell you what. I'm gonna put like tamales in like the banned word or whatever. So you guys can't do the tamales anymore. So there's that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, Joey will be live at the top of the hour. And go find someone to like spam, make it your thing. I might colonize tamales. As a matter of fact, I think I might just do that. I might start telling people that I created tamales. As a matter of fact, the next live I'm on, I'm gonna tell people that like I created tamales. See you, Tamala. I'm gonna start telling people I created tamales. That's what I'm gonna do. Fucking watch. You guys know me. I have no shame. I will literally tell people that. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time. But I'll be back tomorrow. We get the main account back still in like 3 days. So again, make sure you hit the follow button. If you look up at the top, you see the word follow. Make sure you hit the follow button because we're on the backup and for a couple more days. So there's that. Outro. Anyone? Anyone want to do an outro? Outro. Shall we outro? You couldn't find me last night. I'm sorry. I'm here. Let's do the outro.
You stepped in a box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take
I love
your
you
best
too,
swing.
Katie.
Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name.
Hey guys. I love you. That's it. I love when we have new people that come into our space and you guys make them feel welcome. I say this all the time. Like I don't give a fuck. You can tell anybody I said this. I have the best chat in all of social media, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, it doesn't matter. Like my people are the absolute best and I love each and every one of you. So thank you guys for being so amazing all the time. Seriously. Anyway, thank you for all the gifts, the likes, the taps, the shares. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being amazing. I love you all. And